But I love to when I like to socialize with people, and then because I go back and forth, in the island, so I would bring back warm because warm became like my drink of choice now because I discovered it is really tasty, and yeah, so I would say that I can drink a bottle of warm with a few friends overnight.
And how often do you socialize with the
Like
drinks?
that. Well, let's say when I'm down there, it's almost every night because I'm trying to get my business, about the generators,
That makes sense,
yeah.
yes.
So it's a nice way to get people to chill out with you while we're drinking a bottle of wine.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I would say
Does it
maybe three, 4 nights.
3 or 4 nights a week?
Yeah,
Okay.
closer to the weekend. Starting Thursday.
But that's only when you're out of town working on work. When you're downtime, when you're not really working.
When I'm down, when I come back here, well, since I'm allowed to bring like a case of warm with me, and that case has like what, 4, 5, I think 5 bottles, so it can go fast, in 2 weeks. Is that bad? 5 bottles in 2 weeks?
Well, does the drink going through that? It doesn't last very long if you drink it that quickly.
Yeah.
If it's tasty,
Yeah, it's tasty.
that makes sense. But
Yeah.
does it affect your ability to fulfill any responsibilities with your work or your family?
Yeah, but don't forget, I'm a self-made man. I work, by myself. I work mostly on the computer, and I interact with people via emails and, social media,
Okay.
So I make my own hours. So if I drink a bottle of, rum by myself, overnight, so I can sleep it off, and the next day I can still get to work on the computer with my clients or whatever.
Do you feel like the amount of rum that you drink has affected your life?
What do you mean, the amount of rum that I drink? Because, I told you, I just like the taste.
Yeah, it is
And,
delicious.
Yeah, and then, so why are you thinking it's affecting my life?
Well, I was just asking if it was. If it's no, it's not a problem. Have you ran into any legal issues regarding
legal issues
any legal issues
with the
anything?
drinking?
Yes. Have you ever driven while under the influence of the rum?
Oh, now that you were talking about that, back home, when I say back home, I refer to the islands. I remember one night we had like a good meeting with some friends, and I remember that we drank like a bottle of rum, and I was behind the wheel, and some of the friends that were in the car with me were laughing and talking about all kind of things, and I missed a curve, and I ran into a tree. But it's because I was distracted by the friends talking to me. Not the wrong, come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you encounter any legal issues due to that?
Oh, down there, if you know people, and don't forget I'm a white guy, and I'm pretty, social. I know a lot of people, so it was okay. It was okay. But as I said, it was mostly because the
social
people
drinking,
were talking to me, not because of the rum.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's just happened once?
I don't know. Some people say it happened maybe a couple of times. One time, the front part of the car was really pretty dented. Yeah. So I had to ditch that car. Yeah.
This is a terrible question.
So where are we now?
I'm just going over there. Okay.
Okay.
So you came here today to talk about some things.
Mm-hmm.
What brings you here today?
What brings me here today? I've been having difficulty sleeping, and I don't know. Sometimes I would start sleeping, and then at the end of the, like, I would go to sleep maybe around 11 at night, and then I would wake up around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I cannot go back to sleep.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like.
Do you feel tired through the day when that happens?
Oh, of course, because I need my energy so I can do my work on the computer and keep working on my projects. Yeah. So I don't know. I've been running on 2 or 2 hours sleep a night, and
Oh, goodness.
yeah. So that's always been, yeah.
Do you feel like that's normal for you?
It's become pretty normal.
It has become normal,
Yeah,
but
it's
it wasn't
become normal.
previously?
Well, don't forget, I'm somebody who worked, with the Secret Service way back when I was in the Army,
Yes.
and we were trained to not sleep, if we needed to accomplish a mission. But
Goodness.
when I got out of it, of course, I would train myself to learn how to sleep, regularly. But these past few months, it's been like, yeah, running on 2 hours sleep. Yeah.
So what do you think is causing
What's causing
the sleeping and the low, the low mood?
I don't know.
Nothing in particular? You talk about your father being abusive to your mother and his excessive drinking. Have you talked to anyone about that, about that before and how it affected you as a child?
No, in my family we don't talk about things like that. And don't forget, I'm a soldier. Yeah, although I'm not
Yes,
a soldier anymore. Yeah, but to be honest, I was in a relationship with a gal down there. During my visits, I met with her. She's a friend of a friend, and she's a physician. And the friend brought her in one of our social gatherings, and I can say we clicked, and we became close. And for the first time in my life, I thought that I could be in a good relationship with somebody, and that she could be it.
Yes.
Yeah. So besides, my projects, with the generators, so it was nice going down there to visit her. Yeah. And I don't know. It seems to me, I thought that we were like in a exclusive, relationship, that I was her man and she was my woman. And then last time I went there, a friend told me that it seems like she was seeing somebody on the side. I don't understand. So
Maybe there was a communication issue there.
maybe.
That sounds
Maybe.
like a difficult time.
Yeah.
Do you think that might be a contributor to your current issues?
Maybe.
Sorry, I wouldn't laugh at a thing. I don't have good questions. They're just everywhere. All right, Francis, so how do you understand your problems that you have with your sleeping and your low mood that's affecting you lately?
Now that I think about it, I don't want to say that, but I think that maybe me not being able to sleep, that maybe linked to what's been happening with Marie, because Mary, that's the physician I told you that I've been seeing, and I would feel betrayed, if she had as another relationship, with somebody else, because I thought we were clear, that we were like exclusive with each other, and I don't think there was a communication issue because she told me that I was
She
the
did.
one. Yeah, she told me.
She did.
And now I'm wondering, if she didn't just see in me, the French guy who comes, every 2 or 3 weeks down there, can lavish her with presents and stuff. Like I would be like a bank account. I know she's a physician, but there are some women that are like that. So
Yeah, so you're having doubts
yeah,
about your
yeah,
relationship status with her.
yeah.
That sounds very difficult to deal with.
Hmm. So I am, and on top of it, the thing that's really bothering me is like I had other women in my life before, not that many, but I have two children. I have two girls,
Oh,
and I never married their mother because I have two girls with two different women at two different times of my life. The first one I met when I went back, when I went to the army, and I did my first years of service, and when I got out, I wanted to be a dad, and I was introduced to that lady, and we became close. She wanted to have a child as well, and we had a beautiful daughter. But what I understand, I was a good provider, and I was trying to be there for her, and she decided um, to have another relationship with my best friend at the time. One time I come home, and I came at earlier than expected, and she didn't expect me home, and I found them in bed. That was like, and if there is something I don't agree with, is that people betraying me like that. She could
yeah.
have stolen my money. She could have do something like that, but betraying me with my best friend. So I just left.
That's
Yeah.
an awful situation. Do you
Yeah.
have any contact with your daughter now with that mother?
Um, well, she's gone now. She just turned 18, and she decided to become, I don't know if she wants to be a physician or a nurse, but she's at the university, in Poitiers. This is an area in France, and she's taking classes in what you call pre-med here in the United States. So yeah, we are in contact. We are in contact.
That's good.
Yeah, but
She's
the
very far
mother,
away, though.
no.
Yeah,
I
would
turned that
understand.
page. And then, my second daughter, she's a teenager now. Her and I, we are going through some kind of difficult, times. She doesn't want to talk to me these days because I was going back and forth so many times between, the United States and the islands, and she's living with her mom, and I don't go to France that often because my business is mostly between the United States and the islands. So, but we used to talk over the phone and Skype each other. But for some reason, she decided that I'm not a good dad anymore. But I think it's a mother saying things to her about me because I've been a good dad all these years, and shame on her, that woman trying to paint me as a bad dad because do you know why I had to leave her? Do you know how I had to leave her? I found that she was having an affair with another woman. Can you believe that?
Oh,
Another, same thing. They're getting another relationship with somebody else. I don't mind that she had she fell in love with a woman, but what I'm saying is, once again, like the other woman, she was having an affair with somebody else, and now she's portraying me like the bad guy. Oh,
do you have any of your own personal beliefs that are not necessarily shared by others?
what do you mean?
Do things like